Hi, Gemini. Welcome back. Don't forget to click that like button, subscribe if you haven't, guys. Just know that this is an all Gemini channel. Gemini, somebody here got caught in a lie. Yeah. Somebody here was lying about you, and it just hit them that they've been exposed. Okay. They just like, oh. They're putting two and two together and they're realizing, oh, that person doesn't believe them. See, the person that they were lying to was believing them. And then they came back and they were talking again, and this person thought that they had that person where they wanted them, right? They thought that that person was believing everything that they said, right? But when that person walked away, that person said something to this person who's a liar, and now that person is realizing, oh crap, they don't believe me. Oh crap, what am I going to do now, right? So this person is realizing like they're going to lose something, okay? And it could be money, all right? It could be money, it could be resources, it could be respect. I mean, this person is like looking at everything and they're like, oh crap, I'm going to lose something here. So this person is thinking, and they're like, wait a minute, what am I going to do? So they're thinking to set up some kind of trap with you. Okay, they're going to try to come and talk to you, or they're going to try to pull you into something. It's a trap. It's because they want this kind of competition. But the thing is that you don't even know what you're stepping into, right? So they're going to try to like make it a competition or make something look like a competition where you're competing with them. Okay, and they're going to turn everything around and make it look like you're the one that's competing with them. You're the one that is after them. You're the one that is, unbalanced, and you're the one that is being hostile toward them. That kind of thing. They're going to try to make it seem like you're just trying to like win something off of their shine. Like you're trying to get something from them because of their popularity or because of them getting recognized for something, for them, being successful or something like that. Like they're going to try to make it seem like you're trying to, like, I guess you would say like, there's a word for this. Hold on. It's coming to me. Um, like, when somebody sits on somebody's skirt. Have you ever seen that in cartoons where the person's walking and then somebody's just laying down on their skirt, just going for the ride, right? This person is going to turn everything around and make it look like that. Like you're just on for the ride, like you're just winning something off of them, okay? And it's a plan. They're going to try to pull you in. They're going to try to make it look like, they were trying to collaborate with you. They were trying to work with you. They were trying to help you out. And then you did that to them, okay? Because it's a trap. They're going to make things seem a certain kind of way, right? This is a very manipulative person. For some of you, this could be a family member, okay? Could even be a father figure or an ex, right? It could be an ex. I do see an unhappy family here. I do see somebody, looking at this whole situation. Okay. I'm also seeing a mother figure. So this person could be a mother figure. This person could be a very selfish person. I can tell you that. No creativity at all. Okay. You're the one with the creativity, I'm hearing. They have no creativity at all. I'm also hearing that this person has been stealing your ideas or doing things the way that you do things, copying you, and then turning it around and trying to make it seem like it was their idea first, or they did this first and then you started doing it, or you're doing it now, or something like that, okay? This is the kind of stuff that this person tells people. Like, oh yeah, I started wearing these sunglasses and now Gemini wears them. Yeah, I dyed my hair, whatever the color is. I started dyeing my hair and now Gemini's doing it too. Stuff like that. Okay? They're trying to make it seem like you're copying them. And they know that right now because somebody walked away from them, Okay. Somebody's not believing them, right? So now they feel like they have to up the antics. They need to up the image or the delusion that they're trying to create. Okay. Or the illusion. Could be an illusion. Illusion, delusion, they're trying to up it, to make it look stronger or come on stronger or make it like as plain as sight or something like that. Like, oh, it's so plain to see, Gemini's jealous of me, that kind of energy. They want people to think that you are them and they are you. And it's not just one person, it's a lot of people. They want to turn everything around on you. Okay, so this person is going to be reaching out to you. Okay, they're going to try to pull you in and be like, "Hey, do you want to come and work with us?" You got. They're gonna like pull you in with saying things like, "Hey, you're so talented. Come over here and work with us, or come over here and help us." There isn't us. There could be another person. I'm not saying that the other person is involved in this, but I'm saying that this other person is somebody that's going to be working with y'all. Okay, so there is a third party, and it's like they want you to go work with them, and I think they're pulling in this other person to come in and work with y'all so they could have a witness. Okay, because it really looks like it. They need a witness, because if it was just the two of you, they need somebody that they could say, "Oh, Gemini did this and that to me, right? Right, Joe, or right, Sarah, whoever that person is, right? They need somebody to be like, "Yeah, right. They did that to me. They said that to me." And then of course the person can be like, "Yeah, I did hear them say that. I did hear Gemini do that. I saw them," and things like that, right? So the third party is not really involved, okay? The third party is just there to be a witness to this trick, this trap that they're trying to set up for you, okay? So, Spirit is saying, don't go. Don't go, you know? Now, remember that this person is going to offer you some good money. This person might also know that you need the money, okay? This person might also know that you've been juggling things around to pay your bills. So they're going to flash a few hundreds in front of you and be like, "Hey, come over here. And I'm going to pay you this much money and you're going to make money and I'm going to make money and it's all good." No. Spirit is saying, don't go. Okay, don't go. Oops, don't go. That's what Spirit is saying. Just wait. Another opportunity is gonna come around the corner. Okay, or tell this person you'll go, but you don't want to work with them. That's gonna throw them for a loop. You know what I'm saying? Like if this is like a family owned business or something, just be like, "Yeah, I'll do that job, but I want to work alone," or something like that. And then it would be like, what? you know? Then they're not going to know what to do, right? Anyways, of course, use your own discernment of what you plan to do, okay? But Spirit is saying, the best thing to do here is just don't go. Don't show up. Because there is a trap here, okay? Now, this person appears to have it in their head that they can even change your point of view of other people around you as well, right? So, like this third party, you might like this person. The two of you might get along really well, okay? You might get along really well with this third party, and you might like this person, and that's why they're picking that person, because they know the two of you get along good, right? And that makes it even stronger. Like, it makes their point even stronger. Excuse my cat. She's going to walk through here. Go, go, baby. She's just passing through. Um, in other words, because you and this third party get along so well, when this third party's like, "Yeah, I did hear Gemini say that," people are going to believe it because they're going to be like, "Oh, well, so and so really likes Gemini. So why would they lie about Gemini, The two of y'all get along so good, so why would they be saying things about you? So they're going to believe it because of that person. See, the person that has been lying about you, they have lied so much that their lies don't make sense anymore. Things that they've lied about. So, I mean, they've just lied about so many things that, people are like looking at you and they're like, wait a minute, Gemini did this and Gemini did that. That is nothing. Gemini is nothing like this person claims, that kind of energy. Gemini is not that kind of person, and people are looking at that. And this person is realizing that they're losing ground. This liar is realizing that they're losing ground. They're losing their what is the word? Credibility. That's the word I was looking for. Credibility. They're losing their credibility. See, when people start realizing that they lie, and they're wondering, one person has caught on that they're lying. Now they're wondering how many other people are catching on that they're lying. So this is why they want to come back stronger with evidence, with somebody who's very truthful, somebody who people look at and respect their opinion. So that's why this third party's there. The third party is because that party is somebody who doesn't lie. So that's why they're going to create the atmosphere so that person doesn't have to lie. That person will just say what they saw and repeat what they heard. And that's it, you know. So this liar wants to compete with you, or rather they want to make it seem like you're competing with them, but in reality, they want to compete with you, Gemini, okay? They're trying to pull you in. They want to they're going to be like, "Oh, this is going to be great. You're going to be so happy. You're going to love this. It's going to be the greatest thing on earth, this great opportunity." Don't go. It's all a trap. And it's none of it is about making money, okay? None of it is about making money. It's all about what they can make people believe. It's all an illusion. Let's go ahead and get your angel numbers out real quick. And let's go ahead and see what your angel numbers are. Spirit, give us 2 angel numbers here for Gemini, please, and thank you. We got 20. It says you relate to others on an almost cosmic level. You are dedicated to building harmonious relationships of all kinds. You have the ability to persuade others to your point of view by using gentle means. I am harmonious. This could be why this person, doesn't like you. Because you have a way of showing people things. And people like you. You are harmonious. So put that in the comment section. Spirit, give us one more angel number here for Gemini, please, and thank you. Let's see what else comes out for you, Gemini. One more, Spirit, please, and thank you. And we got 24 coming out. It says you have a heart of gold and are very skilled at maintaining balance, stable relationships. You are loyal to your loved ones and are able to be the nurturer, protector, and provider all at once. I am generous. Okay, so do put this in the comment section. I am generous and I am harmonious. And you know what? The things that you are is why this person doesn't like you. So it looks like you have some good relationships with people. And I think people know this about you, that you are loyal, and you're caring and you have a big heart. And I think that's why this third party is going to be so surprised. If everything, this liar is thinking, oh, this person, this honest person is going to be so surprised the way Gemini acts, or what Gemini is going to say, that kind of thing. It's all a trap. So be careful. Guys, while I have your ear, we are in spring right now. This is a totally different topic. My reading's over, so if you want to leave, don't forget to click that like button, subscribe if you haven't. But while I have you here, I do want to mention that, right now we're in spring. We're going to be heading into summer. And I don't know about y'all, but I have noticed that I I have like, I saw in a barrel the other day, there was a bumblebee that drowned in there, right? And then in another barrel, because I have barrels all around my yard and stuff. In another barrel, there was a bird that drowned. I think what happened was because the water was so low, it was just like seriously like that. It had just rained like maybe a week before, and the water was about this deep. And I think what happened was the bird got in there to drink water, and then he couldn't fly out. That's what I'm thinking. Anyways, about the bees, I also planted. I got these plants. I'll show y'all. I already repotted them, but I got these for $1. I got the vincas. So for bumblebees, we might want to like plant some plants for them, flowers and stuff like that. Even if you have a balcony, you can make it, uh, you know, inviting to a bee. And then plus two, add some little bit of water, maybe put a tray, put a little bit of marbles in it so they could sit on it, not where the water's too high. You don't want to attract mosquitoes, but you can, you know, pour it out like every other day or something. And I think there's even something that you could put in it that will make mosquitoes go away. That might be something you might want to do too. But I'm just gonna go out and dump them out. Water my plants with it and then fill it up with water and that's it. But yeah, you can get marbles and something for them to sit on. Also, I plan to do something for birds because that poor bird. Yeah, he drowned in my barrel. I really got upset. I had to bury him. But if you would like to join me, the point I'm trying to make is if you would like to join me in helping the birds and helping the bumblebees and stuff like that, one, plant flowers, and it'll even attract butterflies, to your balcony. So it's not just bees, it's not just birds, butterflies. Okay. Anyways, I plan to. I got some seeds. I think I only paid like I got them at Dollar Tree, so I plan to plant them. I think I paid like 40 cents for it, something like that, because they were you get them three for $1.50, I think it is. So what is that? Like 50 cents, $50, yeah. So I think I paid 50 cents for them, each little packet. I plan to plant those, so hopefully, I would like to encourage everybody to help me out, especially the bumblebee population, guys, because they're saying that Trump, they're claiming, I don't know if this is true or not. I have not done any research. I don't even know where to research this, but they're claiming that Trump um, discontinued some kind of funding for bumblebee research because they found out that the venom of bumblebees can actually cure different things. I think they said it was like a cancer or something. So they said that as soon as they found out that, Trump went in and stopped the funding for it. But I don't think that's the only reason why. I know it's suspicious, but I don't think so because truthfully, Trump is really cutting off funding for a lot of things that help Americans. I know they're cutting off funding for mental health, and I know we're getting a lot of people who are acting out because they can't get the help that they need. I know that's one of them. Two is I know they're cutting off a lot of SNAP food stamp programs for a lot of people. I know I've heard of people saying that they're only allowed to be on it for like a couple of months. Oh, you know what else, guys? I just want to say this. I talked to some people, and they're claiming that when they got on food stamps, they were cut off within 2 or 3 months, right? They were only able to get it for a little while, and then they got cut off, right? But on the paperwork, it claims that they were still getting it for like a month more when they didn't receive it. So, in other words, on the papers, it'll say like they had gotten it for like 4 months or 5 months, when in reality, they only got it for 3 months. So, I don't know what that is about, but if that happened to you, let me know in the comments because I'm very curious. Is this like some kind of trend where the GOV is claiming that they gave people resources when they didn't get them, when they didn't receive them? Because that's kind of that's shady. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just feel like that's very shady. So I know I'm jumping around on different topics, but anyways, I do know that Trump has been cutting off a lot of funding to different projects. So it's not just the bumblebee population. Um, so it's not just that, it's other things as well. But back to the bumblebees, if you would like to join me in saving the earth and saving nature and saving the birds and the bumblebees, that's how you would do it. Just plant some flowers. There's a lot of flowers that they would like more than what I planted. What I planted is okay, but it's not their favorite. You know what I mean? It's not Bumblebee's favorites. But there is videos on YouTube that'll give you suggestions that are Bumblebee favorite type of flowers. I do plan to get some. I think marigold is one of them. Anyways, guys, if you have any ideas of how to help the bumblebees and the birds, let me know. I know maybe putting out some bird nest boxes would be good. That would help. Water would help. Of course, feeding them would help, right? And oh, and if you have dogs or cats and when you brush them, instead of throwing away their hair, put it out somewhere where a bird could get them because they could use like dog hair, cat hair for nesting boxes. My daughter started putting them out there. After she's the one that brushes our pets. After she brushes everybody, she's been putting it outside, and yeah, the birds have been taking the dog hair and the cat hair, and I'm assuming making nests with them. I don't see any nests, but they've been taking it. So yeah, I think they're making nests with it. So that's another thing that we could do to help. Maybe even using our own hair, our own hair and stuff could help. I'm just throwing out some suggestions. If you have any, please let me know in the comment section. Catch me in the next one, guys. Thank you for being here. If you stayed this long, thank you so much. You're a champ. Okay, let me know if you're doing anything to help, help nature, if you're out planting trees or what it is that you're doing. And catch me in the next one, guys. Y'all take care. Bye bye.